war that never truly happened. But had it happened, the world as we know it might not exist today. This was the Cold War, a silent battle between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. After World War II, the world was left divided. On one side stood the United States, promoting democracy and capitalism. On the other side stood the Soviet Union, pushing for communism and state control. Two powerful nations, two completely different ideologies. Both believed their system was the future of the world. But instead of fighting directly, they chose a different path. A war of influence, a war of fear, a war fought in shadows. This tension quickly spread across the globe. Countries were forced to choose sides, alliances were formed, and the world slowly split into two opposing camps. Instead of direct conflict, both sides fought through proxy wars. In places like Korea and Vietnam, battles were fought, but the real rivals stayed behind the scenes. Meanwhile, a dangerous competition began. An arms race. Both nations built massive stockpiles of nuclear weapons, powerful enough to destroy the entire planet many times over. The fear was simple, yet terrifying. If one side attacked, the other would respond, and there would be nothing left. This idea became known as mutually assured destruction. But the tension didn't stop on Earth. It reached space. The Soviet Union launched the first satellite. The United States responded by sending humans to the moon. A race not just for technology, but for global dominance. Then came the moment that brought the world closest to disaster. The Cuban Missile Crisis. For 13 days, the United States and the Soviet Union stood on the edge of nuclear war. Missiles were ready. Forces were on high alert. And the entire world watched, holding its breath. Diplomatic talks continued behind closed doors. Every decision carried enormous risk. One wrong move could have triggered a chain reaction, impossible to stop. But in the end, war was avoided. Years passed, but the tension never truly disappeared. Economies were strained. Societies lived under constant fear. And generations grew up knowing that a single moment could change everything. Until finally, in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. The Cold War came to an end. No final battle. No clear victory on the battlefield. But its impact changed the world forever. The Cold War was not just a conflict between nations. It was a battle of ideas, of power, and of fear. And even today, its consequences still shape the world we live in.